Hello REVSOUL here, welcome you all guys to a new video. Today I just brought the one of the most smoothest performing engines in the 125cc category. Yes guys, today I just brought the latest Bajaj Pulsar 125. So let's get to know about this iconic beauty starting with the paint scheme. The bike has got a beautiful glossy black paint finish and the sticker combination is also just highlights the bike. The red and the grey color stickering in the side tank section area, the sharp looking side panels also makes this bike much more aggressive in terms of the design, and the vibrant red and the grey stickering also matches this kind of a beauty. And looking at the front side, there is a major upgrade. We get a much more bigger headlight section in the front area with beautiful looking chrome elements, and inside we can find that beautiful and brighter LED headlight setup which also provides a decent light throw in the night time. We also get LED indicators for the all new Bajaj Pulsar 125. Quality wise, it's completely improved from the older generations for the LED indicators. And in the rear side we can find that beautiful looking iconic tail lights for the Bajaj Pulsar 125, the sharp looking tail lights. And seats, we do get split seat setup for this motorcycle. We can also avail single seat setup for the Bajaj Pulsar 125 according to your needs. And seats wise, the padding is much more softer for the rider than the pillion, but comfort wise it's completely amazing. Both rider and the pillion will be having much comfort on this motorcycle. And getting on the bike, the first thing to be noted will be the seat height. The bike has got a seat height of 795mm. I'm a 5'8" guy. I have complete planted foot on both sides, so no issue with me for the seat height. And the bike weight is much more heavier than other 125cc motorcycle. It weighs about 146 kilograms, which is not that great for a 125cc motorcycle. And handlebar switches, we get the light function, the pass, dim, bright integrated into this single switch. We get the mode button, the indicators, the horn. In the right side we have got the kill switch and ignition, completely basic switches. Before jumping on the meter console, let's check out the keys. We get a very basic key from Bajaj Pulsar, very basic key, no Pulsar engraving, nothing, just a very basic minimal key for the Bajaj Pulsar 125. I didn't like the key for the Bajaj Pulsar 125. And looking on the meter console, we get a fully detailed meter console, but the small details are not that visible in the harsh sunlight. Right now it's completely visible, but during the harsh sunlight it's not that visible. So again, drawback for the meter console. And we get the tachometer, the fuel indication, the time. Pressing the mode button, we can jump onto, let me just turn on. We get trip A, trip B, and other details like distance to empty and average fuel consumption. We also get odometer, speedometer, and other needed details for the Bajaj Pulsar 125. Now let's dive into the main part of the bike, the engine. Right now we get a 124.38cc single cylinder air cooled engine, a beautiful smoother engine in the 125cc category without a doubt, which also can produce 11.8 PS power and 10.8 Newton meters of torque. It is one of the most smoothest engine I have ridden ever. And jumping on the braking, we get the 240mm disc rotors in the front side with the 2-piston endurance calipers. We do not get any ABS thing for the motorcycle, which is other drawback for a 125cc. And the rear side we get 130mm drum brake setup, and the braking is much enough to put a complete stop for this motorcycle. The only drawback is that we do not get ABS for a 125 Bajaj Pulsar. And tires, we get the CA tires in the front and the rear, 80 section tires in the front side and then 100 section tires in the rear side. And tire grip was also amazing while riding it on both highways and cities. And suspension, we get complete softer suspension with telescoping in the front side and a dual spring hydraulic suspension in the rear side. Again, from endurance, the comfort on this bike is next level guys, without a doubt. And the ground clearance and stuff, we get 165mm ground clearance, and the under panel, the underbelly panels also looks much more sharper, bringing that kind of an aggressive look for the 125cc Pulsar. And before going for a short ride, let's also hear the exhaust note. Just from the exhaust note we can know that it's completely refined motorcycle. Just hear to it. So let's go for a short ride on the all new Bajaj Pulsar 125. And finally we have reached the main road, so let's see how the Bajaj Pulsar 125 performs. Right now the road is a bit too trafficy, so let's dive into other details before getting into performance side. Let's talk about the mirrors. Actually I did not like the design of the mirrors, but properly works, showing us every single detail. The mirrors design could have been much more sharper, proving that it could be much more aggressive in terms of the design. The thing I love about the Pulsar 125 is definitely the engine. The bike can run on both character, both on smooth, on like mid RPMs like 5000, 6000, and also get that a sporty character after like 7000 RPM, giving that power output. The complete exhaust note, the vibrations, everything changes the character of the motorcycle into a much more performance oriented bike, a sporty bike. And the braking, the other drawback would be the non-ABS in the front, which is a completely safety concern in such cases. When some things are jumping onto the front and panic braking without the ABS, there could be tire locking. Bajaj could have provided the single channel ABS for the Bajaj Pulsar 125 instead of providing a non-ABS braking, since the bike can also put out power and also has a sporty character. And if you guys are like hard braking on wet roads or like muddy roads, tire locking can be much more a serious thing for the motorcycle. And vibration side, in mid RPMs like 5000, 6000, we do not actually feel the vibrations, which do give us a much more comfortable ride. But vibrations do increase after like 7000 RPMs, and actually we are not diving into that vibrations on those RPMs, because at those RPMs we will be completely focused on roads because of the performance delivered on those RPMs. And heating, the other thing, the bike doesn't heat that much since this is a 125cc, and if you guys are stuck on the traffic for like 10 to 20 minutes, it's only heating for a 125cc motorcycle. So the heating doesn't bother us during our rides or on the traffic. Okay, now let's check a bit of a power output for the motorcycle. And ergonomics, yeah, we do get comfortable ergonomics too. We get upraised handlebars, so handlebars are also much wider, and foot pegs are also on comfortable side, so there will be no leg cramps too. So it's a completely a comfortable machine from Bajaj in the 125cc category. And looking at the pricing side, the Bajaj Pulsar 125 cost about like 1,18,000 rupees for this machine on Kerala, Trivandrum. For such a pricing, there could be much more upgrades, just like the meter console. This can be made much more visible, and the meter console is not that visible during the harsh sunlight, and the ABS is a complete safety mandatory thing for at such a pricing. And the mirrors, that's optional, can be changed to much more aggressive design. These are the things that I think need to be included for the Bajaj Pulsar 125 to make this bike much more justable for the pricing. And that's it guys, so let's catch up in the next video. Until then, it's a bye from me. Bye guys.